Okay, 6.2, meter and rhythm. This is one of the hardest etudes in the book. It is the same for both noble and legend difficulties. I think before we get into these 1 through 5 ideas on the page, we should just explain, we should try and understand what this is all about. So this will teach you how to subdivide like a percussionist, meaning mathematically, how many smaller notes fit into this bigger note, and how does that relate to this time signature? It's a metric modulation etude. So on the top, you've got sort of the big beats, or the big notes, you could say. On the bottom, you've got the subdivisions. All of these notes are represented in the play along track, and it can be really, really hard to follow along at the tempo, so I do recommend starting on the practice tempos. In fact, why don't we go there right now? Practice tempos. Let me find that. 6.2, 6 point, finding harmony. There it is, meter and rhythm. So the first thing I suggest you do is just look at the score and listen and try and follow along. So I'll point with my mouse here where we're at. Second line, bar 8, bar 9, bar 10, 4, 4, 3, 4. Next line, 11, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. We're in a slower tempo. 1, 2, etc., etc. So why do we end up in different tempos? Because we're grouping these subdivisions instead of they're triplets. So normally you'd think 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 triplets per beat, but we're grouping them in 4. So if you accent every 4, it goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, which eventually turns into 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. So what you're looking at between these bars here is the metric modulation. But these two bars sound identical. So that's sort of an interesting thing about this etude, is it teaches you how to read notation that goes in different meters, different subdivisions, and this is actually really crucial for anybody looking to get into newly composed music. A lot of the old composers in the canon that we're used to playing do not really do meter stuff like this. Some of the more modern ones, particularly Stravinsky, Bartók, Shostakovich, they will do kind of crazier things, and even living composers now are pretty much always doing some kind of metric modulation. So this is actually crucial learning if you are to pursue a career in music, or if you're thinking about going to music school. This is absolutely essential. I recommend, before you get into the 1 through 5 on the etude, you just do, again, as we just did, look at the score, try and follow along while listening. Maybe step 2 would be try to conduct the big beats. So essentially conduct the notes on the top line as you listen. So let's try that really quick. So we're at our 4-bar cue. We can get our tempo there. 2, 1, and 1, and 2. 1, 2, 1. Here comes 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slower now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. That's finding meter and rhythm. Once you can really comfortably get through the etude conducting and listening to the recording, I recommend filling in the subdivisions with mouth sounds. So what I mean by that is, if we, again, kind of back up to the beginning somewhere, you just click with your tongue or make some sound that indicates the bottom line. So you do that all at the same time. Let's see if we can try it. 1, 2. Bar 11. Something like that. Just to really get the meter and the pulse in at the same time.